Hello, Odd Job Dewey here. And once upon a time I was kind of sitting here, reading a book or something, and I heard this noise. So I got up, came around here, and I was like, what's going on in here? The noise sounds like it's coming from inside the tank. So very carefully I opened it up here, and there's like a hissing noise. And I don't know if you can see it, but down there, there's a little bit of spray going on, maybe. Or maybe a lot. You know, where it should be. You know, this tank here is getting all wet when the water should be in the tank and not out of the tank. And so, what I did was I quickly went to the valve down here, and with a few quick turns the right way, I was able to turn off the leak. Well, the water supply. But it kept coming. So, flush it. Kind of hold it down, and that will relieve the pressure. Now then, questions? Maybe call that number. I don't know. But, with a quick search of the online catalog stores out there, I was able to get a hopefully new and improved one of those tank things sent here. So, today's little adventure is going to be exchanging this old tank for the new one. Now, to get the ball rolling here and help things out, I'll get rid of this this prop here of a fake Kleenex box. And I'll take some of these glass shelves out of this thing and carefully move this whole rack around it. I probably don't have to, but I need more room to work into this place. And I'll safely secure this lid somewhere where it won't slide and break. Okay, to come off the tank here, we've got some tools here. We've got an adjustable wrench, a screwdriver which is slotted in Phillips both, with a wider mouth adjustable wrench, a spanner maybe. I think that goes up to 3 inches. And just in case that doesn't work, we have angle pliers. And that should be it supposed to do this. Now, as you can see, I still got this framework here, just because this thing here, like many of them out there, have a support rod that goes right behind the toilet. So to get out, you have to unscrew it or cut it or something, or take the toilet out. So we'll just pretend like that's not there. We can work around this. So step onto is down here. We got the water. Now the water's already turned off. So this right here, hopefully, is the kind you can do by hand. And just kind of undo that. Like so, and if you have a bucket you can do that, but it just drip by itself. The next thing is harder to see, but it's up underneath here, right there. You have these 2 nuts that are holding this bolt on through the tank that comes in through here. So, with my adjustable wrench, I will adjust it to that size, and slowly undoing that one and the other side a little bit at a time. Whoa. Back and forth. So one side, the other side, loosen, 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 and before you know it, you should get them to spin by your fingers, hopefully, and undo those. And then this right here should just lift right up. So this particular one has a washer and a nut for each side there. And I got them removed. And now water is undone, so we'll just kind of shimmy this tank back and forth to try to get it out. Maybe a little twisting. And just want to check now. Make sure there's not a third. Yes, there's a third one, folks, around the back. So maybe yours is the same, maybe not. Alright, third one gone. And now, very carefully lift it up. And take it, and it might have some water in it. So dump it in the nearest bathtub you can find. Right like that. And set it down on its back on something comfortable. And I can see, look at there. That is where the water from the tank goes down. Sure, we've not seen this before. And I like the tank more presentable, and we'll continue with that. So it might be a little bit echoey here, but or a lot echoey. So we got this this new one here, right? The Flushmate 504 series, and let's do a little unboxing on it, shall we? I'll take the tape off. This pops up, and we got here a bag of parts. Let's see. Inside this bag here is we got a gasket thing here, and we got, I think that's the technical term for it, gun thing. We got one of these here. This here goes on the bottom where it goes down to the toilet bowl gasket thing, and we got a little plastic ring like this for something I'll show you in a minute probably, and we got the 3-inch one that probably holds this thing into the bottom of the tank, and then we got an empty bag. So we've also got in here a specialized cardboard container that like that there. It's got a specialized cardboard container here that flip it around. It holds the tank. Flip like that. And from what I understand, this is just cardboard empty. You can get some without this plunger assembly in them, and also without this hose assembly here. This here should be a complete replacement unit, right? And I believe the front part of this business end is down here. That'll come important later. So I'll set that aside, and we'll get to the old one. Now the old one, this little one over here, you see? That little ring there is a replacement for this one down here. And that gasket thing gets replaced. Those bolts can stay right where they're at for now. I'll bring you around here, and we'll do a little disassembly. Let's see here. That right there is not going to happen with my hand. So maybe I'll just use this little thing here to loosen it up some. And if I can adjust it right. I guess I should show how this kind of works. This is a spanner. There's probably some other term to it. You got this little lock thing here. You loosen that up, and then you can do this here like a normal adjustable wrench, right? If you loosen this thing up too much, the whole thing will slide back and forth. So I'll just kind of bring it like this, try to gauge it again, tighten up this one here, and see if I did a good job, or if I need to just grab the other one. Yeah, I'm going to grab the other one, because well, while we're watching this right here, this gasket, pull that off. And look, there's the other nut. And there might be a little bit of water that comes out of there, which there was. Got me a crescent wrench, adjustable wrench, which actually is Crescent brand. Just kind of loosen this up by hand. And one important thing is if your fill valve, or you're totally ever goes off weird, you want to check that fill valve. So there's a little bit of a gunk in there. Just kind of put it there. But there's a screen there to keep it from having dirt and stuff go throughout the system. So let's get this thing here undone. And this bigger one here, tight. That's what we got this spanner thing for. Got it on there. Tighten this down, and hopefully it comes right off, which it kind of is. But I'm working on that. Okay, so we got that one off finally. Tape here. Screwed it. Yeah. Now we're going to swivel this one around here ever so daintily on our nice absorbent towel. And here's the business side of the top. So the top part doesn't come with this this kind of hookup. The new one doesn't. So we're going to undo those, which looks like it's either a 1/4-inch nut driver or a slotted. And I happen to have not a 1/4-inch nut driver built in this thing, but I do have a slotted. So we'll undo these screws here. And this is something you might even do before you even pull this whole thing out of your toilet. While it's up on top of the toilet, you might just pull this thing out. And I know the new one doesn't have this, so I'm going to back out this screw all the way and lose it. I just can't still here. But make sure you see the orientation, because you know the parts are kind of like this here, and so you want to make sure you have at least one eye on how this goes back in, because the other one's going to be basically repeat opposite. Now, you might not have noticed, but when I did the unboxing there, the one thing it didn't seem to have was paper instructions. Well, that's always fun. But I guess you can you go online. In fact, on the box there's a code on the box, a square code on the outer part. And that square code, you can scan it if you have a special phone, cell phone, not a landline. And it should lead you to a website page, which will give you a bunch of different instructions. Or, like I said, you can just watch this video, hopefully, and get everything you need in probably 5-hour steps or whatever. So, if I had a nut driver, much quicker on this. But got that out. This thing here is kind of loose now. Comes out from the handle. We'll get back to that later. And this whole mechanism now should be able to come out. You can see there where it's kind of leaking somewhere around here, I guess. I don't know. And here's this blast chamber stuff. And well, there we go. All of that is out. And we'll put it someplace like back over here. So, here's your tank. If you want, you can replace the bolts here. These bolts don't seem to be much corroded that bad, so I'm leaving them. And on the bottom here of this one here, here's the mystery gasket right there, right? So we know where that goes now. So I'll put that back over there, and I will get the new one, which I strategically kept right over here. So this one here now, I'm going to start with this bottom part. We're going to put on the one gasket, this one here. So this has a smooth side and a ribbed side. So ribbed side is going to go sticking down towards the threaded shaft here, and smooth side is going to go in the smooth part here. Right, like that. Go ahead and smooth all the way down and get in there. And then what we have next is this right here, you see. This one here already has a gasket on it, so I'm just going to make sure it's on there all the way. Tight. And you can see here, there's a screen up in there, which is clear. And that's going to go down through this tank here, right, and through the hole right here. So, and I believe that goes around the back, yeah, around the back of this unit here. So, right now, as we have it, this here is heading forward. Like if it was sitting down, this would be towards the person sitting. And you'll make sure these jet nozzles here are also that way. And this here is going to wrap around the back of it, like this. Basically, just put all in there. Now then, the rest of this I should be able to work on by spinning it back around, other way, and pulling this part here through and making sure it's perpendicular to coming out. And I'll use the new one, new and improved, just in case. But I'll start getting that on there. This is, of course, your water fill. And not ogre strength. None of this should be ogre strength on this job, but make sure it's lining up there. It's coming in at the right angle. There. This part over here, I'll kind of make sure the old gasket stuff's all off, and then reaching from the top back and sticking my fingers in through here, I'm going to get that nozzle out, and should be able to pull it on through, like so. Same thing, get the new ring, and thread that on. Don't cross thread, because this is all nylon, plastic, whatever. You don't want any of that stuff happening. Okay. Now I kind of wiggle the tank in there and give that a tightening. Now I'll set this back up, careful, and make sure that this tank is not lopsided or funny anyways. Okay, that's looking good there. And a little slice there, that should be fine. Right, so I'll go ahead and just let's see, tighten these down just a little bit more by hand. Once I can't do by hand anymore, I'll do maybe a 1/4 inch turn with this thing. Whoa, magical. That nut grew compared to this one here by a lot. So maybe I figured out that was an issue with the old one. I got it tightened pretty good. Ogre hand strength, not tool strength. This one here though, let's see. I can kind of jiggle it, make sure it's in there good, and then I'll give it maybe a few little turns of this here. What you don't want to do is over tighten it, you know, and break anything. That would be bad. Very bad. Also be bad is if you don't tighten it enough. Because if you don't tighten enough, it's going to leak. You have to take the whole thing apart, and that's not fun at all. So, let's see here. I think that's good on that. You know, it's good if you can't undo with your hand, right? And down there tight. Okay. Next we'll go is put things back where we found it. So you all probably thought he's going to go take that back there and slam it on the toilet. Well, not quite yet, because guess what? This here is the old ring, right? If you see closely, you can see the impression that the old nut left upon it, right? Like that or so. And then, you know, it's conical like that, kind of shaped there from the side, right? Well, the new one, not so much shaped from the side, and none of that, none of that ring stuff, right? So what we're going to do here is before I put this on the toilet, I'm going to put this on. And this here's, you know, the main buffer between the two porcelain pieces. So you want to make sure you get on there nice and, I don't know, tight, but I'm actually pushing it down so the lip that's sticking out from that plastic here is kind of even with this. So I'm kind of pushing it back on there and making sure this is all flat with no air bubbles in it. And it's going to hold itself on pretty good like this. That's tight again. These are all good and tight. Haven't messed with those. Now, back to the toilet. Okay, so now as a pro tip. Now some have 2 holes, some have 3 holes like this one here. But a pro tip is once you have this all like this, take a wet rag, wipe it all down, because you know who you are. Some people kind of miss sometimes, so it might get a little messy back there. And yeah, nice little cleanup job. And then we'll get the tank back here and basically line it all up. So the parts that go in the holes here go in the holes here, and the big one goes in there. Let me grab it here and heave it on over. It's a little bit easier to move now, there's no water in it. I guess they say sometimes this thing has a little water that does come off of it, so if you have a inch or so at the bottom, they said it's okay. Oh, this is always fun. Oh! There, did I get it? There, now I did. So, kind of shimmy it down there. And basically, it goes washer up, the nut underneath it. And I'm just going to start on this back left side here. Make sure I find it. And keeping track if there's one in the back too. So I'm just going to start it and snug it just ever so slightly. And I'll do the other side here. Like so. Reach in front so you can't maybe see. And they say too that you might want to, as you're kind of screwing these nuts on, kind of push down from the top of the bowl up there some. Whoa, wrong way. So as I'm under here, tighten this, I'll kind of push down this side here, just for a little bit, and I'll switch to the other side, and then this one has a third back one, so don't forget that. So I'll get them all snug down, not over tighten at all, nice and hand tighten, and you don't want to crack in this porcelain. Okay, so I got the tank tightened there. And another pro tip, since I got this off here, I looked in here, there's a little piece of white plastic that's in here. So I'm going to go ahead and find a bucket or some kind of vessel and put it like this, and give it a little clean out blow. Wow. Right. There's some good water pressure there, and that's going to get any kind of dirt, plastic, whatever that might be, you know, getting to get clogged when you attach it back to this part of here. And that's the next part I'll do. Tighten it up. Once again, this one here is one that's just used by hand. Some of you might actually have to take a wrench too, but this one here is nice. Get the threads going. Don't cross thread, and give it just a little bit more of a hug. Then, ow! It was screwed in last time. That was just a tinted popping or something. Don't worry about that. There, tight. And I'm not going to turn on yet though. Up here, another thing that should be done is your tank. You want to make sure that's, you know, not cockeyed on here. Left to right's fine there, and if you want to put a level on it to make sure it's level, then that's good too. Now then, we'll hook up the flusher thing, because you can see how it is now. Yeah, I'm not going to flush nothing this way. So let me get those pieces. Okay, so put this flush mechanism back on. You have this part here with a little rubber protector on it, and if you remember, these notches go right in here and right on the other side there, right? Like that, and like that in between them. This goes over the flush mate, and this other part a little bit tricky, but I'm pretty sure that just goes over that handle like so. See, so when you lift up, it kind of grabs that thing and pulls up. We'll know in the testing phase of this. But then from here, it's basically get our piece of metal here we had, and there's a notch on here and there's a plastic notch down here, so you put them together. And yeah, and that goes in like that, and then put the screw in there, and hopefully you don't drop it down the toilet and have to somehow fish it out. So I get back in here. Alright, look at it now, and I'll probably blur out here in a second, but let's see if I can get this without having to fish it out here. Like this, and this goes in here. Like I said, 1/4 inch nut drive, I believe. make it go a lot better. And I'll tighten it up here. Okay, so it's tighten there. Give a little jiggle here. It seems like it's going to work out pretty good. Just throw some names here. So Salone Flushmate. The old one's a model M-101-526-F4 Series 504. The new one here is M-101-526-F4. Very same thing I just said. Series 504. Just has a little bit different look to it. Sticker-wise, build-wise, it's the same. But we got that there down. It's tightened. Everything else should be tightened. Time to flip on some water here. So while you guys look for leaks up here, I'll turn this on. And full blast too, mind you, because it wants to have at least 25 pounds per square inch. Okay, looking over here, I don't really see any leaks. Now it's coming up to pressure. And it's pressurized. Now then, let's see here. Open up the business into this monster. Yeah, water in there. And here we go. Fire in the hole. Okay. Don't see any leaks, don't hear any hissing. Right? Wait till it's full and stop. And yeah, that's how this works now. That's some good flush right there. Okay, we're not done yet though. Then we'll come back down here and check our ground, check our fittings. Make sure we got no leaks anywhere here. Nope, none here, none around the bottom. And quick look down the tank. Nothing there either. So, here, let's take a look down there too. What's your head? Nothing down there, right? So, this job is complete. The last thing to do is put the lid on top there, wherever it went to. You know, back on here. And there you go. Get back to your book reading. So, if you have any questions or comments on this, or maybe any other toilet, let me know down below in the comments section, not down there. And if you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs up anyways. And questions and comments, like I said, ask away. If you have any other kind of odd jobs you'd like to see me try to do, let me know. And thanks for watching. Odd Job Doer, out.